It's Sunday, February 10, 2019. Welcome to LCJ Live. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Can you believe it? We're just 2 weeks away from the Academy Awards. Time is flying. February always goes by very quickly, mainly because the Academy Awards is often in February. That helps the process out a lot getting to springtime. Coming up here on LCJ Live, I'm going to give out my predictions for tonight's Bafta Awards. If you're not familiar with what the Bafta Awards are, it's the British version of the Academy Awards. The Brits love getting all of Hollywood stars together and handing out their BAFTA masks. They've been doing it for decades. So the big BAFTA Awards are tonight. Will they go for The Favorite, which is a really British film, or Bohemian Rhapsody is nominated in several categories? What about Roma, Green Book, A Star is Born? We'll talk about all of that coming up. I'll give my predictions. Somebody you won't be seeing at the BAFTAs tonight is Lady Gaga, because Lady Gaga is at the Grammy Awards. She is going to be performing tonight, probably Shallow, by herself, because Bradley Cooper will be at the BAFTAs. I've got my man Schroeder here and Snoopy in honor of tonight's Grammy Awards. Bradley Cooper is nominated tonight at the BAFTAs for acting, directing, writing, producing, and in the music category. 5 BAFTA nominations for one person in 1 year, which I believe is a record for Bradley Cooper. He's over in England. The BAFTAs actually starts in 3 hours, because right now it is 5 o'clock in London, England. It is noon here in New York. The BAFTAs do not air here in the United States, in New York, on BBC America until 9 o'clock Eastern tonight. So this is my usual day of the year where at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be off social media. I don't want to be spoiled by the BAFTA winners this year. So the BAFTAs, the red carpet's getting going right now, and it starts in 3 hours over in England and airs tonight on BBC America at 9 o'clock Eastern. If you have DirecTV, BBC America is channel 264. The Grammys are tonight at 8 o'clock, and maybe Gaga will be out in the first hour doing Shallow before the BAFTAs begins. We'll have to see. The Grammys, of course, is on CBS. As always, send in your questions, your comments. Who do you think is going to win at the BAFTAs tonight? Do you think Gaga's going to win for Shallow? Black Panther's also nominated for some songs tonight. Lot going on. It's award season. We're 2 weeks away from the Oscars, the Grammys, and the BAFTAs tonight, and next Sunday, the LCJ Movie Awards, the 2019 LCJ Movie Awards. Tomorrow, I'll be announcing my nominees in the animated short film category, because the animated short film category has different qualifications. Because this weekend was the release open for the animated short films Oscar presentation. I go to that every year. I love seeing the shorts on the big screen, the nominees, and the highly commended shorts. So tomorrow I'll be announcing which of this year's animated shorts will be in my animated short film category. You want the rest of the nominees for the LCJ Movie Awards? Go to lights-camera-jackson.com. In the blog section, the 2019 LCJ Movie Awards will be next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. The late Stan Lee is getting a Special Achievement Award for a lifetime of cameos. We've got the Roger Ebert Actor of the Year Award in all the categories, about 35 categories. So hope you enjoy that next Sunday night. But let's talk box office. Did you go see the Lego Movie over the weekend? Maybe you were one of only a few who saw the Lego Movie, because Lego Movie 2's second part only opened to $34.4 million. Easy victory for them and for Warner Brothers. They're celebrating, but they shouldn't be thrilled out of their minds. The first Lego Movie in 2014 opened to nearly $70 million. Then they decided to do the Lego Batman movie spin-off 3 years later, $53 million open. But later on that September in 2017, Lego Ninjago movie only opened to $20 million. 34.4 falls directly in between 53 and 20, but half of what the first Lego did 5 years ago, that's not good at all. This franchise may have already run its course. People are saying, oh man, if Lego Movie 2 didn't do that well, how's How to Train Your Dragon 3 going to do when it opens up in just a week and a half? Well, here's what I say to that. The Lego nationwide sneak previews that were held a few weeks ago made $600,000. The Dragon sneak previews that were held a few weeks ago made $2.5 million. The buzz is much stronger on Dragon 3. It is a much better movie, and I think Dragon 3 could get to $50 million. Now, again, maybe we're all overestimating once again, but I'll be honest, when I was sitting at Cold Pursuit Thursday night, and we'll get into Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson in a second, I was thinking to myself after reading the predictions 50-55, I'm not feeling it for Lego. I'm just not feeling it. And my gut reaction was correct because just 34-4 for the Lego Movie 2, the second part. This is also a continuous losing streak for Warner Brothers Animation that has come off of some animated films that have not done all that well, including Lego Ninjago. Teen Titans Go did $30 million, not that great. And Smallfoot only made $83 million back in September. I think they were expecting bigger things. So Warner Brothers Animation is now thinking about what are we going to do? Their next movie confirmed is a Scooby-Doo film, a live-action animation combo, I believe, or maybe it's all CGI. A new Scooby-Doo film, trying to bring that back. Will that drum up box office success for Warner Brothers? We'll have to see. Bob Hall says Liam Neeson is canceled. Well, look, here's the situation. What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson came in second, $19 million. It did okay. Decent start for the year for Paramount. Here's the thing about Cold Pursuit. All the Liam Neeson stuff unfolded last Monday morning. I actually was looking Monday morning. I saw the Independent article come, and I was like, ooh, this probably is not going to be good for the rest of the week for Liam Neeson. Then he went on GMA. Then he went on Live with Kelly and Ryan, tried to defend himself. He's saying, I'm not a racist, all of that. The fact that Cold Pursuit still made $10 million is a mild success. The Commuter last year, which was also a Liam Neeson Lionsgate movie, opened to $13 million. The fact that this still did over 10 surprises me a little bit. It's not a very good movie, Cold Pursuit. It's just not. But they're not as disappointed as they could have been. Some estimates when the Liam Neeson stuff was hitting the fan were going down as low as $5 million for what this film could do this weekend. The fact that it still did 10, they're in an okay position right now. But it's not going to make a whole lot more. It is probably the worst of all of the Liam Neeson revenge movies that have come out over the last 10 years. And I think it's time for Liam Neeson to stop making these movies. Not only with this controversy going on right now, but the fact that it's just kind of run its course. We've seen all that he can do. He seemed to be going through the motions through this whole film, and there's just nothing there. I do not recommend go see Cold Pursuit. It is one of the worst movies of 2019 so far. The upside in fourth, it's still doing really well. What a success story for Kevin Hart. And Glass went from number 1 for 3 weeks down to 5th with $6.4 million. New horror movie called The Prodigy opened up in 6th place with $6 million. Green Book doing very well, benefiting from these Oscar nominations, staying in the top 10 another week in 7th with $3.6 million. It's up to $62 million. I remember when Green Book came out in November and it wasn't doing all that well and thinking, how's Universal going to make its money back? And this is how they're doing that. So congrats to them. It's a great strategy. Aquaman in 8th. Spider-Man in 9th, a stunning 9th week that Spider-Man has been in the top 10. And rounding out your top 10, dropping from 3rd place last weekend, is Miss Bala. The Oscar shorts, I mentioned them off the top here on LCJ Live. The Oscar-nominated short films, the live-action, animation, and documentary combined record opening weekend, $912,000. What'll be interesting is if this year's shorts can beat last year's shorts total of $3.5 million. That means it's got to have 2 pretty solid weekends, these next 2 weekends before the Oscars. Probably a $700,000 and a $500,000 weekend just to give it a shot, and then during the week play of trying to beat the $3.5 million. Shorts TV and the Academy have been presenting these in theaters for the last 11 years or so, and every year, every single year, they've increased in the total box office. You can go on boxofficemojo.com and get that. Every single year they have increased. Will this be the year they finally don't? They're off to a great start with this 912. Can they maintain that? That is the question. You want my take on this year's Oscar-nominated shorts? It's a good group. I have to say, it is a good group. There is no clunker this year, which I'm very pleased about. Go to the website, lights-camera-jackson.com. I've got a video piece on the 5 nominees. Also, my written review talks about the 5 nominees, but also the highly commendeds that were shown, and some mild criticisms I had for the overall presentation itself. I love going to the shorts every year. I recommend you do it. Please go see them if they're in a theater near you. They're in about 265 locations right now. See if there's one playing near you, because you got to experience these on the big screen where they're meant to be. What's up? Captain Layla, Academy Picks. Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. All right, it's Grammy Day. and it's BAFTA Day. Who's going to win tonight at the Bafta Awards? Again, the British version of the Academy Awards. So what the Brits do is they have their own outstanding British film category. This means that the majority of the movie had to be produced either in England or by British people. So I'm going with the favorite. It just makes the most sense. Over Bohemian Rhapsody, that would be the next choice, but I'm picking the favorite for outstanding British film. For their regular Best Picture, Best Film Award, I am going to go with Roma. I don't think it's a lock, but because it got all these nominations from the British, they seem to embrace it too, and Alfonso Cuarón for Best Director. But could they also give it to the favorite and Yorgos Lanthimos for Director? Yes. The BAFTAs sometimes can be wacky and wild. Maybe not as wacky and wild as the Golden Globes, but they can sometimes go off the board a little bit. My pick for Best Actor is Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody for playing Freddie Mercury. But because Bradley Cooper is nominated 5 times, how many times are they going to give Bradley Cooper an award? Could he win Best Actor? I don't see it happening. The Brits love Freddie Mercury, Queen, all of that. I think he's going to win. Here's your surprise. It's not going to be Glenn Close tonight for Best Actress. It's going to be Olivia Colman for The Favorite. That's my gut feeling I've had for a while. They like to go off just a little bit, change the momentum. I think Olivia Colman will win for The Favorite for Best Actress in a Leading Role. You look at the rest of that category. Melissa McCarthy is nominated, Lady Gaga is nominated, and the wacky choice of Viola Davis for Widows. I still can't believe she got in that category. It should have been Emily Blunt for Mary Poppins Returns, but the Brits really didn't embrace Mary Poppins for some crazy reason. But yeah, Viola Davis. And in the lead actor category, the wacky choice here is Steve Coogan. Now, he is British, and they love Stan and Ollie. It's up for several awards. He is not going to win. It is going to be Rami Malek and Olivia Colman. Supporting actor could go to hometown boy Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me? But because Mahershala Ali did not win the BAFTA 2 years ago for Moonlight, I think they're going to give it to him this time. Same with the Globes. That's how they did it. They're going to give him supporting actor for Green Book. Supporting actress. I've been hearing a lot of buzz for Rachel Weisz from The Favorite. But, you know, Amy Adams has been nominated now for the Academy Awards 6 times and has never won. She's been nominated for a BAFTA 7 times and has never won. She was not nominated for a BAFTA for Junebug like she was at the Academy Awards, but she was nominated for a BAFTA for 2 films that she didn't get Oscar nominations for. That Tim Burton movie, Big Eyes, she was up for lead actress for that, and Arrival, which she probably should have been up for the Academy Award for that. So, she's nominated again tonight for Vice, supporting actress, 7th time. I think she's finally going to win. I think they're finally going to say, you know what, 7 times, let's give it to Amy Adams. Now, you're going to say, well, Glenn Close has been nominated 7 times for Academy Awards. What about her for the BAFTAs? This is only her 2nd BAFTA nomination of her career, compared to 7 for Amy Adams. I think it's going to be Amy Adams for Best Supporting Actress. Animated Feature seems to be the momentum for Spider-Man. The only other 2 nominees are Incredibles 2 and Isle of Dogs. I think Spider-Verse is your animated feature winner. And when it comes to the screenplay categories, my picks are The Favorite for original screenplay and Black Klansman for adapted screenplay. Some people thinking, Can You Ever Forgive Me? My gut's telling me it's Black Klansman. Academy Picks says, I think they go for Claire Foy, hometown favorite. Boy, that would be interesting if Claire Foy won supporting actress tonight, because Claire Foy is not nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, which makes that race even more interesting. Look at what happened 2 weeks ago at the SAG Awards. Emily Blunt wins for A Quiet Place, not nominated for the Oscar. If Claire Foy wins tonight for First Man, and she's not nominated for the Oscar, that once again makes that race even more interesting. Because once again tonight, Regina King is not nominated for If Beale Street Could Talk. So what does this mean? If Claire Foy wins tonight, does this mean that Amy Adams has a better or worse chance of winning the Oscar? Or does Regina King have a better or worse chance of winning the Oscar? I think Amy Adams will be stunned if she goes through this entire award season. Some of the shows had Regina King in them, and some of them didn't, and she doesn't win a thing. It's going to be, oh my gosh, what happened? So I'm thinking Amy Adams. Claire Foy, though, that would definitely shake things up at Academy Picks. I think so. Same with Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie, for playing Queen Elizabeth, is nominated tonight for her role in Mary Queen of Scots. If she wins, it's the same situation. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see some shakeup. I'd love to see some surprise that makes people do a double take on who could win at the Academy Awards. So we will see tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, BBC America. The stuff starts coming down on social media at 3 because that's when the BAFTA starts. Over in England is 3 o'clock Eastern here. So once again, I'll be off social media. I don't want to see the winners. I want to be surprised tonight at 9 o'clock. And the Grammy Awards, 8 o'clock tonight on CBS. We'll see what happens with Lady Gaga performing. All right. This coming week is big for movies because a lot of stuff opens up midweek because of Valentine's Day. The studios want to take advantage of that. You've got Isn't It Romantic with Rebel Wilson. New rom-com. It opens up on Wednesday during the day. Same with Happy Death Day to You. The new horror sequel opens up Wednesday during the day. Wednesday night is Alita Battle Angel from Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron. Though Fox is screening the film in 3D, RPX 3D, and IMAX 3D. Early showings this week, both Monday night and Tuesday night, before the regular Wednesday night starts for that film. And also in New York and LA and select theaters, limited start this week for Fighting with My Family. That's the new WWE movie produced and co-starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Opens up in select theaters on Wednesday night before going nationwide next weekend with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So what's your number one movie when it comes to next weekend? Is it Happy Death Day? Isn't It Romantic? Or is it Alita Battle Angel, a movie that has cost Fox a lot of money and has been delayed several times? What's going to be your big winner? We'll talk about it here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern on LCJ Live. We'll also preview the 2019 LCJ Movie Awards. And a quick shout out to Kelsey Grammer. Best of luck with your new show, Proven Innocent, that premieres this Friday night at 9 on Fox. New blog piece on that coming tomorrow on the website. Enjoy the Grammys. Enjoy the BAFTAs. Enjoy Valentine's Day. What's your favorite movie to watch on Valentine's Day? That's a good question. Well, it's not Valentine's Day for sure. I'll tell you a movie I really liked, and I watched it for the first time about a year and a half ago, is Pretty Woman. I think Pretty Woman is a fantastic film. So if you've never seen Pretty Woman or you want to watch it again, that's my recommendation for Valentine's Day. Enjoy the shows tonight, everybody. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. See you next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern for another LCJ Live. Bye, everybody.